Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about something a lot of real estate people don't talk about, and that is cold emailing in order to get leads. If you use the correct tools, you can get leads for as low as $29 a month. It is such a great deal, and I don't know why more people don't utilize it. Here's why cold emailing is such a great tool to use in your toolbox. So for $360 a year, potentially you can get leads. Let's say even if you get one lead a year, you can make $10,000 for $360 yearly investment. Yes, I know one $10,000 deal is not what you're looking for, but if it's part of your toolbox, the return on investment is so good. So I believe cold emailing is one of the tools you need to have in your toolbox. So I'm actually going to show you guys the tool that I use, and I'm going to show you how I set it up and how it works. The tool is called Woodpecker, and if you do want to check it out after you watch this video, I actually have a free 30-day trial, or you can actually contact 500 people for free if you use my link in the pinned comment down below. So without further ado, let's hop right into the software. First, before we start talking about the software itself, I do want to mention that I want to kind of lay the ground. You skip trace properties, right? So you're getting phone numbers, but you're also getting email. And a lot of times people don't really utilize those emails for anything. So you need to make sure you're utilizing all the things you're paying for. And if you start emailing those people one by one, especially like the recent list that I pulled of 8,000 properties, well, first of all, I'm going to go crazy. I don't have the time to do it. And so you need to use a software, and you can't use any software, right? So for example, for my marketing to buyers, I use a software called Constant Contact, but it will never work to marketing to sellers because they have different regulations than what this software does. What this software does, it is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to walk you guys through what it does, and I'm going to show you how to set it up before you even start using software. So let's start with the fact that you have a list of properties that you pulled, you got phone numbers, and you have emails from all these people, which emails they don't give you for each single person, but overall you will have a good amount of emails, and those emails should not go to waste. The one thing about it is that those emails, most of them, same with as phone numbers, they're not going to be correct. And you need to make sure before you upload and you start sending emails, you actually need to make sure those emails are potentially correct. And this is how you do it. I use something called Never Bounce in order to scrape the emails and make sure that the emails that we're sending it to are actually true emails. They're not junk, or they're not like going to send right into spam. So it's a really cool platform. You go ahead and it's pretty cheap. Like, you can do 1,000 properties for $8, right? So if you pull the 8,000 property list, you can do this for $60 and $64. And it's really, really good. So I've used multiple before, and I found Never Bounce to be the highest accurate one out of all of them. Well, you use this platform, it takes a little bit, maybe it takes like 24 hours for them to get back to you to tell you which emails are verified emails. And even out of those verified emails, there'll still be some that's not good. But from, let's say you get 100 emails and originally you had, 60% or 50% were bad emails. After you do this, you may only get like 10% or less. So it's super useful. And the reason why it's important is because you don't want to be sending emails to different email addresses that are not valid, because then the email service provider will block you from sending emails. I know I'm saying emails a lot, but that's kind of the idea. So you want to make sure that you are sending the emails to actually valid email services. All right, so let's talk about this. Now let's get right into Woodpecker, right? So Woodpecker, the way that I have set up as of right now, you see that I actually have a campaign running of 3,329 properties. It's a multi-step campaign. And I'm just going to show you how it looks from my perspective, and then I will show you what I had to do in order to get it there. So I'm going to show you guys how to create a campaign in Woodpecker and what it really does. So let's say you create a campaign, right? You have emails that you're sending it from, whatever. You create a path. So you add the property into this platform. And after you added the properties to this platform, you go ahead and choose what's the email you're going to send it to, right? You can create different versions of the email, which is awesome. If you can do A, B, C test and see which version of the email perform better, which is really important. I believe in KPIs, and I think I personally made a mistake before not keeping track of things that work better. So if you can do this and you can create different versions of the emails, it'll be awesome. You can generate using their AI. I suggest using ChatGPT just because it's better. And in general, I suggest using ChatGPT for a lot of things when it comes to business. You can create an email here and then add conditions. So, right, let's say you write, hey, reaching out about, and you add like the property information. You can actually add snippet and you can do address. So this is cool because this actually inserts the information from the lead into here, kind of what you do when you do texting as well. And then you create a email here, informal and creative, generate seller lead for real estate. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of throw it out there. Gonna generate for me. Like I said, I'm not really gonna use it. I never used it. I create my own, or I use ChatGPT for it. But after you create your first email, well, so if you see it's very, very general, looking to sell your property, I'm about to guide you through the process. I mean, don't send emails like this. It's not gonna work. You have to make them very personalized and you have to make them catchy, and people like actually question and try to email you back and ask questions like, who are you? Why are you reaching out to me? And then kind of like pique their interest. Then after you send them an email, there's a condition thing. So did they reply to you or they did not reply to you? And based on that, you can actually set up, oh, if they replied, this is the answer I want to give. There's actually then conditions, and conditions are if the prospect opened an email or they didn't. So if they opened an email, you know that, hey, they were interested, but they didn't reply back to you, or they, at least the subject caught their attention. They opened the email, but they didn't reply to you. So it may make sense to send them an email again and say, hey, I know you saw my email. I just wanted to reach out again, whatever, to reiterate whatever you're trying to convey. In the no part, if a prospect didn't open an email, it means that you have to change your subject title and you actually have to make it more catchy or a little different for them to be able to be interested in open it. Maybe they just don't use their emails, right? And that's another part that's very important to know. Most of your seller leads will not really be using email. So this cannot be your main way of getting deals. But if you can get even one deal a year for $29 a month, it's insane good return on investment. So in my opinion, it's a must use when it comes to email and your sellers. Most of them won't get back to you, but some people that don't answer their text or calls will actually check their emails and get back to you. So then they can create more conditions, add more steps, things like that, whatever it is. So there's really, like a multiple step process. So even when I have 3,329 properties, this will take quite some time to email because I try to keep it like 100 emails a day. They have like a very interesting way of setting up stuff so you don't get spam. You can actually warm up your email, which is they pretty much send your email to different emails that they have, and they reply back to you. So they're kind of like in Google's or whatever email provider you use. In their view, you're making sure that they know that this is a real person's email. Because if you just start blasting emails to a lot of people, they will block you in 2 seconds. They want to prevent spam. So you want to make sure you don't fall into spam, right? And that's how you do it. You create what's called warm-ups. Warm-up is great. I do think you should use it for sure when you start using the platform. And besides this, there's really not too much to it. From this point on, it's in your email inbox. So if somebody gets back to you, yes, it marks here, they kind of have like yes or no, interest level, or how many people opened the email, how many people responded. You're not going to get a high response rate. You're not going to get text size response rate, right? You're not going to get 10-15% response rate. It's not going to happen. If you can get 3-4%, it's awesome. Between 2 and 3 is about average. So like I said, this is a tool in your toolbox that you need to have, because there's no other tool that for $29 or $40 a month, whatever it is, you cannot get leads for the same price as this can offer to you. So if you guys do want to check it out, please check out the pinned comment. Like I said, you can send 500 emails, 500 prospects for free, or just use it for 30 days for free. It's my affiliate link, so it obviously helps me as well. So I do appreciate you guys. And let me know if you start using this platform, let me know what questions you have, because I'll be happy to answer them and help you to figure it out how to optimize emailing for your business. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.